Fourth game on at the Unibet Masters, Gary Anderson takes on Benito van der Pas. Benito's really struggling with his throw, isn't he? Talk us through it.
Yeah, it's just the mechanics. I think Wayne Mardle spoke about it during the Worlds. He lost first round in that to, I can't remember it, doesn't matter. Yeah, there's something going wrong there. The timing of the release, the actual, all the leaning into the dart, his dart's getting wrapped into his grip.
For me, it's his shoulder.
Yeah.
Let's say he goes 2-0 down in a set, or whatever it was, like it was at the World. All of a sudden, you'll see him up there, and he hasn't got a pull back, and then he lets it go. All of a sudden, it just drops, and it drops, and he can't get it back up.
And then he's sort of throwing
up in the air,
and
then he's all over the place.
Yeah, and he's really struggling with it. You can tell his confidence is shot.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, most of the people that work, you know, on TV talk about throws and everything else. We talk about the throws. It should be the minimal amount of moving parts as possible. Yeah. It's no surprise that all these great players, like your Beatons, like your Barnevelds, have got longevity because the mechanics of their throw are very basic. There's not a lot that can go wrong. It's just up and down, bang. No cracking of the wrist, no breaking of the wrist, no silly grips. So yeah, for Benito, I don't know how he's going to get round it. I don't know whether he's going to get a coach come in or speak to another player to work on it. Yeah. It's very hard to change. Like my throws, it sort of changed and evolved over time. And I've watched videos and I've tried to get it back. Yeah. But it almost feels alien because you spend so much time.
It's memory.
Yeah, muscle memory.
I mean, and for me, the way Benito's darts land in the board,
well, that's again, it's because it's coming out of his hand and he's doing that. Yeah. That's where the problem lies. So it's hitting the board so light. Yeah. You know, he's got no energy. They're just flopping down.
It's difficult. I mean, he's got...
And they go across themselves.
The size of his barrel is very much like an Andy Hamilton barrel.
Yeah.
And the way he throws with his shoulder dropping, it just slaps the board. And he does have a lot of bounce outs.
Yeah, well, they're not well, they are bounce outs because the wire sort of is pushed into the board. So if your dart's coming into that angle, it's hitting the wire behind the face of the board. And it's taking the impetus out of the dart and it's dropping out. And if he doesn't have enough drama, he's never beat Gary Anderson. He got beat by him 10-3 first round last year. Gary had a reasonable Worlds, lost to the quarters to Phil. He didn't really perform in that match. I think he let Phil get away a little bit, and then he tried to chase him, and he had a bad back or a bad neck. Yeah. But that won't be too bad for him. I don't think it was too much of a worry. He'd have had probably the longest bit of time off he's had in a while, and we know from Gary he doesn't need to practice. No. You know, he'll just turn up and it either works or it doesn't work. I think it's a very nice draw for Gary, actually, just to break him into the year. Yeah. Start off with a positive W, as everyone says. Yeah. I mean, he got to the final here last year. Yep. Didn't do a lot wrong in the final last year. I think he averaged 106 or something like that, and I think MVG averaged 109 and had one of his mad ones. Yeah. So yeah, he'll take a lot from the fact that he must like the tournament. He's got fond memories of playing in the tournament. He loves playing in ITV events. He loves the fact that it's a long race. It's done and dusted 3 days. Not that far from home, Milton Keynes. Yeah, so I'm expecting a lot this year. I'd like to see Gary have a good start to the year because we so often sort of say the only one he really tries for is, you know, but he's won the Premier League before, so he obviously can play at this time of the year. I hope he got any injuries sorted out, and he's a live threat in this tournament. Yeah. He's a live threat. It's nice to see as well. I mean, like we said earlier, it's a very good build-up tournament for the Premier League. Absolutely. And with the introduction of Rob and Michael still there, and you've got the Peter Wrights, who we don't know how he's going to be after coming out of the Worlds. We don't know. It's very open. I personally believe Gary could actually. He's one of the dark horses. Absolutely. I think the value's there to back him outright to win it. I'm definitely backing him in this game, and again, I'm going to back him similar to MVG. I'm going to back him at sort of minus 2.5 or 3.5, as close as you can get to even money by backing him in the handicap. Brilliant. There we go. It's going to be interesting to see how Benito's throw goes, and obviously Gary to win.